Hello, YouTube! How's it going? Dylan here. And it's time for the Ant-Man podcast. And I'm here with my wonderful girlfriend.
Hi.
You're not going to say your name?
I expected
Your
you
name
to
is
say
Hi?
my name. Yeah.
We'll call you Hi for the rest of the thing.
Don't know.
And my wonderful son.
Anthony.
You know those people like would take this literal and think that we're
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
having a
not actually
podcast
your
with
son.
like our son, right? I don't want to claim him.
What?
We can-
I'm offended.
Think of the taxes we could write off.
I don't think we get
I'm
shit.
also 18.
So he's also 18.
I like to pretend you're not legal.
This is all getting recorded.
I know it is.
Okay.
So, we just got done seeing Ant-Man, right guys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright, so we are going to go in depth about Ant-Man and talk about it in length and spoil the hell out of it. But not yet. We're just going to give you, if you haven't seen Ant-Man yet, this is your chance, because we're just going to one-word summary it for you, and whether you should go see it or not. So, Anthony, one-word summary of Ant-Man.
It was good.
That's 2 words!
That was 3 words, actually.
I was going to say technically
it was
3.
good.
Good.
Yeah,
But my summary
technically
was good.
Technically
summary-
4 words because it's is a compound word.
No, that's not how English works, motherfucker. It was
Good.
3 words.
Good.
Would you recommend people to go see it?
Yeah.
Sydney, 1 word.
You're gonna get the same exact answer he got from me. Good. I would recommend people to go see it.
Did you unzip your pants? Oh, okay.
Oh. But no, good. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with great, and you should definitely go see it because it was probably the funniest Marvel movie.
So far. Maybe.
Better than Guardians?
Up
Nah,
there,
Guardians first.
Yeah, I
up
was
there
gonna
with
say.
Guardians.
I'd say Guardians and then maybe Ant-Man.
All right.
It surprised me, though.
So now we're just spoilers territory now. If you haven't seen the movie, you have been warned. And if you don't care about spoilers, well, enjoy this ride because it's already off the rails and we're not even 3 minutes in. So, really, guys?
What?
We're in spoiler time. Town.
I mean, you lead this thing.
Yeah.
I'm expecting a little bit of leadership here as far
I
as
was-
the conversation's going.
Justice for Anthony!
Justice for Anthony! I forgot! Justice for Anthony!
We'll get to that. That's a loud spike. I'm sorry if you have headphones in.
Hashtag rest in peace!
Sis,
Pieces!
R.I.P. in peace.
is pieces. Anyways, so let's start with the beginning of the movie.
I mean, that would be logical.
No, I figured we work ass backwards.
All right, let's
Anyways,
do it.
no.
You said it. We're doing it now.
No, we're not. We don't have to do it because I run this shit.
Focus.
It's all Anthony's fault. Poor little guy.
Moment of silence.
Let me pour one out for my homie.
Okay, talk about the
All right.
unfortunate casualty later.
Yeah, we'll
Go back to
yeah.
your beginning.
We'll go
So the beginning of the movie, we open with a surprisingly young-looking Michael Douglas,
Yeah.
considering
Yeah.
he's old as fuck now. Like, damn. They actually made him look really young.
Powers of makeup.
Yeah.
Awesome references to Wasp at the beginning of the movie.
Oh yeah, they kind of
Yeah,
threw you right
yeah.
in. They like threw you right into all the drama in the movie, like the first not even minute in.
And do you guys
About
notice?
a minute in, there's a head slam. Someone gets slammed on a table.
Oh yeah, there's a
Yeah.
bloody nose within like a minute.
Yeah, an old Howard Stark.
Yeah.
Bef-
That was interesting.
before he died.
Yeah.
There was a lot of
Well, I mean, considering the year it was 1989.
Yeah.
there was a lot of references to Stark and Stark Industries in this movie in general.
I thought this movie was awesome with all of the Easter eggs. They were there. They didn't beat you over the head with them. They just slid them in.
Yeah, they slid them in and they like connected things in all of the things in the Marvel Universe, which was interesting because you're starting to see that more with all these more movies coming out. They're like connecting everything, but they're making it a lot more natural about the way that they're connecting things.
Right on. After that, it slows down just a little bit, gives you more. Then it switches over to Scott's, like what happened to him.
Yeah.
I don't know who the company that he ripped off was. I think it might have just been a manufactured
Wasn't
company.
it Vista or Vesta?
Vista, yeah, but
Yeah.
like I don't know if they were.
I didn't recognize it.
I don't think that was a reference to anything.
No.
And that I found that kind of weird. How from him doing that, Hank Pym was like, "I'm gonna keep my eyes on this guy." It's kind of creepy.
Pym is extremely creepy.
I mean,
in the
like,
way he keeps tabs on people. And to
ant-
what extent?
ants?
Yeah,
Just
just ants.
I mean,
now
yeah,
I'm gonna be uncomfortable every time I see an ant. Now it's like, who are you working for?
Squish.
No,
Thank you, Pym. I want nothing to do with you.
You bringing up Pym is a good thing, though, because that, like, what I said earlier when we were in the car, when we were coming back, this was an interesting Marvel movie because you had two versions of the same superhero in a movie. And, like, they both had, like, an equal amount of screen time. Like, Pym was the first Ant-Man, and then Scott was the second. You had both of them in there, and the first one was teaching the old one. And it was interesting to see both of them. Because I don't really think that's something that's happened in a lot of Marvel movies. I don't really think that there's been several variations.
No, there's never really been like. I mean, not until like Civil War happens will there be another character replacing another character for the title. Captain America's dying at the end of the Civil War, and either Bucky or Falcon will be taking his place.
Who's gonna actually get it?
I don't know. Probably Bucky, so they give him redemption. That'll be Bucky's redemption, making him
That would be
Captain.
the way that you made a lot of people cry in that movie if Bucky took his place.
Giving Bucky the role of Captain America to give him his redemption is probably the most logical thing. But we're talking about.
I was gonna say you're getting off topic.
Yeah.
Right, we're still. Hey, we're not off topic because we're still in this Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
What else was awesome? You know what? Let's just do that. What was awesome? Favorite scene, Anthony?
The introduction of Anthony.
That's
it.
All right, so Anthony, for those of you who are wondering, was a carpenter ant.
He was the best one.
He was.
He was number one.
No, actually, he was 487.
No, he was
Shut up.
number 47 or 40.
I thought it was 487.
247 or something.
247 or 248.
Yeah.
Hank
He-
Pym doesn't remember.
He was Anthony. Okay.
He was a carpenter ant that didn't have a name because Pym was like, there are too many ants, you cannot name them.
Which makes sense.
And Scott felt a connection to him, so he gave him a name, and Anthony was a good boy.
Yeah.
He was nice.
And then he got shot.
Yeah, how the fuck you shoot an ant? How the fuck you have that kind of aim that you shoot an ant?
He wasn't aiming, though.
He
He saw...
was shooting wildly.
Okay, here brings up another question. Why would you attempt to shoot ants?
Because they were going to attack him.
What is that going to do for you?
You're gonna be...
Shooting ants.
Well, hold on. If you shoot ants, the velocity of a bullet going past an ant...
I don't want to hear your fucking technicalities. I'm pissed off that Anthony's dead.
This ant got disintegrated. Scott Lang should be dead, considering he was on Anthony's back. And the bullet,
He could've
ripped through
jumped,
him.
but
It didn't look like it. It looked like the bullet ripped Anthony
yeah.
into nothingness, and Scott just kind of started falling. It was a very tragic and probably the saddest scene in the
Yeah.
movie.
I don't think I never expected to be so attached to a carpenter ant. I'm so upset about it.
Between that and finding out what actually happens to the original Wasp,
That was another part, yeah.
That was very sad. You find out that stopping a nuclear missile, Wasp shrinks to a subatomic level to
shrink beneath the atoms.
To shrink into
Titanium.
Shrink
right?
past, shrink through titanium cracks, and like to defuse this nuclear warhead, and then, but there's no way to come back from that, unless you're Scott Lang, because he does that.
Spoilers.
That's this whole thing.
I know. Calm down.
We've been there. Did you fall asleep? Did you doze off again?
Yeah.
Anthony, good boy.
Justice for Anthony.
It's probably the best joke in the entire movie because obviously we were watching it with Anthony, and every time he said Anthony, I just looked at him.
I want my royalties.
You get nothing.
I know.
But, alright. So the introduction of Anthony was your favorite, really?
There were so many good parts. Yeah.
There it is.
Well, the whole training of Scott to be Ant-Man was good.
That was hilarious.
That was,
yeah.
that was one of the more entertaining parts. Let me tell you, I was all up for the crazy ants until they dogpiled on him, and I was terrified.
The crazy ants are the little red ants that you see in the trailer, and he's like, "Oh, they're not so bad.
They're adorable."
And he like hugs one, and it jumps on top of him, and he holds it like a dog.
Yeah,
and then
seems
he's
like
like,
a great time.
This isn't so bad.
It's a
and
weird
then,
ass dog.
and then, like 100 of them pile on top of
Yeah,
him.
fuck that. He reacted
Yeah.
the same exact way I
Is that
would.
mine?
He reacted the exact same way that I would have.
You don't like bugs.
He
Yeah,
grew.
fuck that. And
He was
fuck
in-
them being a lot bigger than me.
He was in a tunnel with the ants, and then when they dogpiled him, he grew back to size and was like stuck in the middle of the yard.
Shot up through the ground.
It's hilarious. He probably killed those ants.
Oh yeah, those ants are dead.
A lot of ants were harmed in the making of this movie.
I mean,
Justice for Anthony.
he got shot.
How the fuck you shoot an ant?
Oh shit! Oh my god!
In the arms of the angels.
Hey!
You know what? Favorite scene. I changed my favorite scene. It's not a keychain.
Oh
Favorite
shit.
scene, without a doubt.
You want to just go ahead and explain it?
So there's a point in which Pym gets shot, and it's him and his daughter in a room, and they're trying to figure out how to get out. And he just pulls out his keys, and throughout the movie, he keeps, they show his keychain, and it's got a tank on it. And as he pulls out his keys, he goes, "It's not a keychain." And next thing you know, a tank comes flying out of the building. It's so amazing.
That shit comes flying.
Yeah.
He shrunk an actual tank, made it his keychain, carried it around, and had the technology on him to grow it back to size.
No, chill.
Because you never know when you're going to need a tank.
No, that's if I ever get that technology, first thing I do, shrink in a tank.
However, the tank was nowhere near as terrifying as the Thomas the Tank Engine. Jesus.
Right, so everyone's seen the trailer where they're fighting in the room and Thomas the Tank Engine hits Yellow Jacket and it doesn't do anything because they weigh more than all the toys. So Yellow Jacket throws Thomas the Tank Engine. It lands on the windowsill of the bedroom. The bedroom window was open. Scott was given these discs that he can throw that will shrink or grow things. He throws a blue growing disc, and it hits Thomas the Tank Engine, and Thomas the Tank Engine becomes regular train size and destroys the house, destroys the yard, destroys a cop car, and this Thomas the Tank Engine toy had eyes that moved back and forth, and they're creepy as fucking hell.
Choo choo, motherfucker, I break your house.
And your cop car.
And your fucking cop car.
Back it up. Back it up.
Gonna
Just
back it up.
The crew, the heist crew, those three guys were pretty great. Fucking T.I. was in that movie. Like, anyone want to talk about that? Like, fucking T.I.
He was good.
He was.
Really good.
But he didn't do much.
Stole a cop car.
That was great. He steals a cop car to distract some cops from arresting Pym. And it worked. It was so great. No. So they're hiding in the back of this van from the cops that he stole the cop car from.
Oh,
And
I forgot.
the cops open the back door and he goes, "Ho! There was another black guy that looked just like me that locked us up back here. You want to go find him?" I was like, "T.I., what are you doing? They ain't gonna believe you, man." Oh God. All right, Sid, favorite scene?
Probably just the scene where the scene that like started with when Yellow Jacket was trying to get at his daughter to get to Scott, up into like that whole fight sequence. I think was probably my favorite part. Because so many ridiculous things happen, but it's also very serious.
The giant ant. So
the giant ant needed to get away.
Again, in the same vein of Scott throwing these discs, I don't know what his goal was. I think he was trying to hit Yellow Jacket to force Yellow Jacket to grow.
Because then he was easier to hit.
Because then he was easier to hit.
So he throws a disc, misses, and it hits an ant, and the ant grows to about, I'd say, Great Dane size.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And like it runs out the house, and the cop partner goes, "That's an ugly dog."
It's a weird ass dog.
It's a weird ass dog. And then they kept it as a pet.
Yeah, fuck that.
No.
They kept that ant as a pet.
I don't agree with that.
It's pretty funny though. It's a weird ass dog.
It's funny, I just don't agree with it.
But that was probably my favorite part, just because like they made fun of how kind of stupid the original idea of Ant-Man was. Like Ant-Man really, like they kind of made fun of it, but they still made Ant-Man work. They made Ant-Man cool, and that's what I liked. And I liked that they that even he was like, "I'm lame." Like at the one point he goes, "I feel like your course of action should be to call the Avengers."
Yeah.
Like he even thinks he's kind of lame up until he kicks Falcon's ass, and then he kind of thinks he's kind of cool a little bit.
That was
another good scene.
That's probably my favorite scene. He has to break into an old Stark facility to steal this piece of technology that will take down the security system at Pym Tech. And it turns out that facility was turned into Avengers headquarters. Mm-hmm. So he shows up. Falcon is there. You know, apparently Falcon's the only one there, which was weird. Like, where did everyone else go?
They're getting shawarma.
But Vision doesn't eat. Why wasn't Vision there?
He can still go.
Vision still likes to be a part of things.
Yeah. He has
it's
feelings.
It's rude to not invite him.
He has feelings.
Oh my God.
He falls in love with Scarlet Witch.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see. But so Falcon's the only one there. Falcon's got his little goggles, and he can see Scott because Scott's like, Pym's like, "You need to leave. This is bad. The Avengers know you're there." And Scott's like, "Don't worry. He can't see me." And Falcon's like, "I can see you." And he's like, "All right, he can see me." So then they start fighting.
No, they don't start fighting yet. He says, "Hi, my name's Scott."
Yes, he like introduces himself.
He's like, "Hi, I'm a big fan."
I think you're great. Oh, thank you. What
are
you doing here?
I lied. I think that might have been my favorite scene, just because of
I need to steal
the Avengers.
something.
How they work the Avengers in there.
I just need to grab. He's just like, I need to grab something that's in storage over there, and then I'll just be out of your way. I gotta save the world. You know how that is. And he goes, Falcon's like, "Yeah, I know how that is. So no, you're coming with me." So then they proceed to fight, and Scott actually wins because he shrinks down, tears apart Falcon's wings, and Falcon can no longer do anything. And after Falcon loses, Falcon's like, "All right, so please, no one tell Cap about this." So great. So great. Do you guys like how he interacted with his daughter.
I love that.
Yeah. It kind of made his character.
That I mean, like it's supposed to be his defining characteristic, like his
Yeah.
It's what redeemed him.
Superheroes are no fun if they don't have like those human things about them that make them human and that backstory that makes them interesting, makes them relatable.
Scott Lang is the redeemable Ant-Man.
I like him.
Stan Lee cameo. How'd you guys think? What did you guys think about that?
I was waiting for it, and I was wondering where the hell it was, and it finally happened.
It was good, but it wasn't the best.
No, but like, I was enjoying the movie so much. I had forgotten that we hadn't seen Stan Lee until he showed up.
I honestly thought I missed him.
Like, I forgot all about it. Like, I was like Stan Lee cameo didn't cross my mind in this movie because I was like having such a good time with the movie.
He literally doesn't show up till like the last like.
It was like 5 minutes.
Like the last minute, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's that guy talking super fast.
I love him.
Michael Pena.
Yeah. Luis or whatever.
Luis. And in that last couple minutes, we get a reference to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
she
Luis
knows a guy
telling
that jumps. Was it jumps, swings, and climbs up walls?
Something like that.
She basically like, we got all kinds of insect motherfuckers. You need to be more specific.
Made one that shrinks. Mid-credit scene.
I enjoyed it.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
It was expected. So what the mid-credit scene is, there's a mid and end credit scene. So when you go, you have to wait like 5 to 10. This is a 10 like it's like 5 minutes after the movie ends
Something like that, yeah.
to watch the end credit scene or whatever.
It was a long wait.
It was pretty long, yeah.
Yeah, it's all the credits. So the mid-credit scene is old Hank Pym gets his daughter to come to the basement with him because he has a secret room within a secret room to show her, and it is a Wasp prototype, meaning that his daughter will now be Wasp and take her mom's role.
Yeah, which was a big deal because, like, the first half of the movie, she was fighting to be Ant-Man. Like, she was fighting to wear the Ant-Man suit, and she wanted to wear it and do their little heist thing that they were planning on doing. And the whole time, he was like, no.
I'm not losing you like I lost your mom. Which she doesn't know.
Sad.
Which she doesn't know. Like, you don't find out the truth about what happens to Janet until, like...
There's a good, like, 2/3, almost
There's
3/4
just, like,
into
there's-
the movie.
like 40 minutes left of the movie when you find out.
Yeah.
It was a decent length movie too. I wasn't expecting it to be that long. But it didn't feel long.
It didn't feel long. It didn't.
But so
But Baskin Robbins always finds out.
so many like weird references in this movie. Like the Baskin Robbins thing was just weird.
That was funny.
It's funny but weird.
I'll also never walk into a Baskin Robbins ever again because I'll think they know my secrets.
Or I will now go into Baskin Robbins and always ask for burgers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, why the fuck is that guy gonna walk into a Baskin Robbins and be like, I want a cheeseburger?
What's warm and fresh? Nothing.
Nothing. It's an ice cream store.
Oh god.
What it's actually like to work customer service, though.
Well, that was San Francisco, so I think that guy was high.
Most likely.
So,
Or he was just an asshole. He knew what he was doing.
I bet you because of this movie, a bunch of people are going to start doing that now.
I feel
so sorry,
yeah.
employees.
So Baskin Robbins,
The worst part
So
is
sorry
Baskin
for
Robbins
them.
paid for that.
now their employees are going to have to suffer.
Oh, they're assholes.
Oh god. That's so great.
I also kind of liked... I didn't like it, but I did notice Disney's little hints that, hey, we own this. Hey, we also own this.
Yellow Jacket's little stinger things make the...
AT-AT sounds.
You do say AT-AT?
Yeah, it's
Or is it
AT-AT.
just AT-AT?
AT.
It makes the AT-AT sound.
And then also, Luis's character, while he's undercover on the heist, is whistling It's a Small World.
Which is funny because Scott's like, don't whistle.
Yeah.
Like, no whistling.
Nobody whistles.
And then the end credit scene, which is apparently taken from Civil War, and it is Bucky with his arm in a vice, looking very, very fucked up.
Looking
His
very
metal
fucked
arm.
up. Looks like he's got a lot of emotions.
His metal arm is in a vice, and Cap and Falcon are like there, and they're like, "What are we gonna do?" And they're like, "We should tell Tony," or Falcon's like, "We should tell Tony," and Cap's like, "No, we need."
He made it very clear that he did not want Stark to be involved.
And he's like, "Well, but Captain's like, we still need somebody," and Falcon's like, "I know a guy." And then it said Ant-Man will return.
It very much heavily hinted that Ant-Man was said guy.
Yeah. So hopefully in the next movie, Ant-Man, Paul Rudd, is a Avenger. Paul Rudd was really pushing to be in Civil War. Like, he wanted to be in the movie really badly.
Well, there's so much that happens in Civil War that I feel like the more characters, almost the better, because there's so much just happening with two different sides. And the end credit scene of this movie was very, I think, important to the storyline of Civil War, because it really does show that Cap doesn't trust Tony. And that there's, like...
This movie makes it very clear that nobody really trusts Tony.
Yeah,
no,
there's a
because
lot
Pym made it very clear that he didn't want any Stark involved in anything he was doing.
Yeah, because
Howard had tried to take his tech before, so he just assumed that Tony would do the same thing.
Yeah,
which Tony would.
Oh, Tony would. Yeah,
Tony totally
and if you
would.
remember from the first movie, back before Tony had any character development, he was basically a military machine. Everything he did was for the military, and that's the last thing that Pym wanted, was that this stuff to be used for the military. So it's interesting to see that there is this trust going on within the team, and it's going to cause these two diverging kind of
Well, I feel like
things.
this mistrust started in Age of Ultron.
Oh, of course it started in Age of
yeah.
Ultron. Tony fucked up. Like, there's no like going back on that.
No.
Tony fucked up. He kind of manipulated Bruce into doing this with him. So I don't blame Cap for his feelings, like, about Tony. I wouldn't really trust him immediately afterwards either.
No. It's interesting because I feel like the tone of Civil Wars, it is Captain America's movie, so Iron Man's probably going to be the bad guy. Like, they're probably going to paint him as the bad guy, even though he's not necessarily going to be a bad guy.
Which I hate, because I think I'm on Tony's side. But I haven't really decided.
I've always sided more on Cap's side.
Same. I always side on Cap's side.
I just like Tony so much. I usually side with him. Like, he means well. That's the thing. He always means well. He tries.
Sometimes.
With the Ultron thing, he meant well.
He was like, I have to protect everyone.
Like, he really thought he was doing good. It just all went wrong. That's all.
Very wrong. For some reason.
all the wrong.
Not really explain why it went wrong. It just went wrong.
But the reintroduction of Bucky and
ever?
everything.
No, because Ultron wakes up and he just
does.
He just becomes evil upon waking up because he's fucked up or something. They never really explain why, but still a great movie.
But the reintroduction of Bucky and showing like the stuff going on with the Avengers and showing that Ant-Man will eventually become a part of the Avengers, which if Pym is also involved in the Civil War movie, there's obviously gonna, like, it's just slowly building up the tension for Civil War, which the tension will make that a good ass movie.
I don't think Civil War is going to be wrapped up in this next movie. I think it's going to fall out for a couple of the movies. Like
Makes sense.
What happens in this movie will carry over until at least Infinity War Part 1.
There's a lot that happens. I wouldn't be surprised.
What were you saying?
No.
No, what are you saying?
No.
You got things to say, Anthony?
Justice for Anthony.
Justice for Anthony.
All right. So I think we covered Ant-Man pretty well. You guys think? Anything we missed? Anything you want to talk about before we go ahead and wrap this up?
Not really. That was pretty much it.
Basically, give the movie a chance. I know a lot of people think that like Ant-Man, they think it's really lame. I know I went in thinking it was honestly thinking it was kind of lame. Like, honestly did not go in expecting to like the movie, but I came out and actually really liked the movie. So,
real quick, let's talk about how the fact that this was a heist movie, and the heist actually went perfectly.
it did.
Up until the very last second, the heist was going perfectly on.
Yeah, and then the bad guy was like, "Fuck you! I knew the whole time."
On like Scott's part, like what Ant-Man was doing, everything was going fine for him. Things were going bad outside and shit, but like everything was going right. He made it inside. He shut down the right things. He destroyed the right data, and then he like had the suit in. He was like trying to steal the Yellow Jacket suit. It was in grasp, and then he lost it.
And then guy was like, "Haha, I got it first. Fuck you. I kill your fucking carpenter ant."
I'm glad Yellow Jacket died.
So same. That's the justice
Yeah.
for Anthony.
Yeah. But did he die?
He at
Yes.
least got shrunk to subatomic level.
Yeah.
I like to think that he died for killing the ant.
I'd
And then-
rather him be stuck at subatomic level for the rest of his life.
I'd rather have died very slowly and painfully.
And I mean the way he shrunk, he had like one arm, then like a leg or something. Like he shrunk all deformed and shit. So he's either subatomic or
I mean,
A
he deserved it. He
pilot.
killed
Oh, yeah.
lambs.
Oh,
He killed
yeah.
the fucking ant.
I want to know how many lambs.
So many lambs. I was so upset.
at least 35. At least 35 lambs.
That's so much veal wasted.
Turned into goop
No.
too.
I want so much. Yeah, the goop was the one guy.
He gooped a guy.
That was so unnecessary. I was like,
That
pipe the
quote
fuck
from
down.
the movie. He gooped a guy.
That was so unnecessary for him to do that. He was like, haha, I tase you. No. It's like, you're actually goop.
I thought it was a taser.
So did I.
I thought he was gonna like take his DNA and like try to shrink him like a different way. Like I didn't think he was just gonna straight up murder a guy. Like
no
not
fucking
even
chill.
He
like
didn't do anything. He had a differing opinion.
He had a differing opinion.
he was like, I don't think this is gonna work out, and Darren's like,
It wasn't even. It
I'm
was just
gonna
like,
kill
this
you.
might not be a good idea.
Like, honestly, it was like a kindergartner on a playground. You have a poop face. Oh. Fuck
Murder.
you. Murder.
and the thing was like, they showed you that he was a bad guy. He was the bad guy very early on because that happened. He murders this guy within minutes of you meeting him.
Yeah, within like the first 20 minutes of the movie, you see that happen.
It was a little bit longer into the movie than that, but like as soon as you meet Darren, and then at least 15 minutes later, he kills a guy because the guy didn't think the Yellow Jacket was a good idea. Also, that Hydra guy got away with Pym particles.
He did. I
Oh,
forgot that he
shit.
didn't get caught. Woo!
Yeah.
I forgot the Hydra
So
guy got
Hydra
away.
has.
Well,
He has the yellow jacket shit.
he has the Pym particles.
Yeah.
He wasn't a Hydra guy. He was the guy that
No, he was Hydra.
was he Hydra or was he like
He was the guy from the beginning that was with
he's an ex-Shield agent.
He's probably Hydra.
Yeah, so we're just gonna call him the Hydra guy.
He's either Hydra or he's gonna give it to Hydra.
Or he's gonna sell it to
Yeah.
Hydra.
Yeah.
But some guy got away with some Pym particles. Unless he didn't make it out of the building when it exploded, but imploded.
I think they made it pretty clear that everyone got out.
Yeah, so someone got away with some Pym particles, so that could be interesting in some upcoming movies whenever Hydra resurfaces with their tiny soldiers. So now I think we've covered everything in the movie.
That's really important stuff.
Yeah.
Not a long podcast, but just want to talk about Ant-Man. So, all right, guys, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
They can't see you waving. You smacked me.
Wait, did that pick up?
I don't. Stop
Is
it!
it picking up?
I don't.
All right, ladies. Let's go. Ow! You guys are hitting me!
Fuck!
Pipe the fuck down.
This is going so horribly wrong. Anthony, say goodbye to the nice people.
Goodbye, nice people. He died for nothing.
Do it again with me, Anthony. Justice for Anthony!
Justice for Anthony!